Hello, good afternoon. My name is Gladman and I'm gonna be talking about renewable energy in environment sustainability. While I've been studying a GSM lane, I'd like to reflect what I've been learning through my whole period at GSM lane, studying oil and gas management. The with the current situation globally, all industries they are moving from fossil fuels to renewable energy. It's because of climate change. Climate change is being making some disruption, and it has caused some damages, like which are caused by the use of fossil fuels and burning of fossil fuels, which releases emissions. Some of the implications which are facing is causing floods, wildfires. So those are the negative effects of using fossil fuels. When when changing into renewable energy it is some sources of energy which can come from water which can be used to produce hydroelectric power, or the use of sun which can be used for solar panels, and wind it can also be used for wind turbines, wind farms. So those are the three sources of powers. There are some energy systems which are related to those sources of power, which include solar panels. They need the sun so that they'll be able to function. Wind turbines, they need to use winds. They can be located offshore or onshore, where they can be accessed by wind, where there's great winds. One of the things which are really required with these renewable sources of energy is storing the energy which they've managed to generate. Generating energy is easy, but it needs to be used efficiently. So storing energy using storage systems can be a really great way to store the energy which you have been using. One of the systems which you can use is energy is battery storage systems. When solar panels they generate solar system when they generate energy, it can be stored in the batteries, which especially when it's generated during the day, and when the energy is stored in the battery it can be later used during the night, so that when there's the peak demand you'll be able to use energy from the battery you've stored, which will help you to reduce the cost of using electricity from the grid. You can actually sell the electricity which you've sold to the grid. There are some other companies like offer which are offering services whereby they will sell you a battery. Then during less peak hours, like during the day, when you can actually recharge your battery from the electricity from the main grid. Then during peak hours, like when people are cooking in the evening or in the morning, then you can release that energy back to the power grid. Then you'll be selling it at a higher price than when you purchased it at a lower price, which is another way to make revenue as well. uh Using other solar energy systems like flywheel, they are very cheap to construct, and their lifespan is 25 years and above, and they are very efficient. You can use other sources of energy storage system, which include the use of compressed air, which is another cheap way as well and very efficient way to collect energy. Thermal energy is one of the way energy storage system. It's another way which can be used to store energy which has been generated, which can be from wind turbines. And pumped storage, it is another way of storing hydroelectric electricity power, whereby the water will be pumped to a higher mountain, then it will be released at a higher speed at the turbines, which will be able to generate electricity. There are some energy systems which are currently being constructed in the UK, like SNS. There are big, big as 3 tennis courts. They'll be able to generate to store energy, which can power UK homes, like 1,000 UK homes a day. So, which will be another way of saving electricity, which has been generated from other sources of energy, like which has been generated from the sun by wind power, and from the sorry I mean which have been generated from the solar panels by a sun, which is another way to save electricity. Using using renewable energy, it will help to move away from fossil fuels, and which would actually help and moving away from climate changing, which will help to fight climate change. So this module, it has helped me to understand the benefits and the negative of using different types of fuels. Using electricity, it is cheaper and it is efficient. Using coal, the cause emissions, which can make the environment, which pollute the environment, pollutes the air. So fossil fuels is they don't just affect the environment, they also affect people, because people will breathe the air which has been polluted already. So I think having this module, it has enabled me to have a better understanding about energy and the benefits and negative effects of using fossil fuels and renewable energy, and the impacts of it on climate change. So I think this module, it will enable me to be able to achieve my target goal to work in the energy sector. And I would like to thank my lecturers for helping me through this process. It has been a very challenging process for me studying a JSM learn for the past 2 years, and other modules which I have learned, like transport and logistics. They enabled me to have the basic skills which are required in the industry. So doing management course as well, it is both with the management course which is in my background, it has helped me to have a better understanding of the module and the whole course at all. And I would like to thank all my colleagues who have helped me to achieve my dreams to be able to do this course. Thank you.